So we're here at the old Atlanta History Museum. And you can pause if you want to look at this. This is giving the facts of the Battle of Atlanta, which this is a depiction of. So, yeah. Anyway, with all that out of the way. So, this was a, what was it? Some diorama. I don't remember what they called it. It's like, basically it's a big circular picture to make it look like you're in the battle. Done by some German artists back in the day, about 20 years after the Civil War. So that mountain over there that you couldn't technically see even at the time, that's Kennesaw Mountain. I don't know what mountain that is. That's the city of Atlanta. That little thing of a bubble right there. That would have been to the west. And over here, apparently, that guy, one of those guys over there is apparently General Sherman. How dare he even be on my... Anyway, besides the point. And then there's Stone Mountain over there, which you could see at the time of the place. That's another important general. I didn't get to catch the name, but there's a lot. Apparently all the Confederates were not based off anyone, so those are just random things. But there's about, I think, it said like 200 people, 200 Union soldiers based off real people. So I mean, obviously Union propaganda and all that whatnot. Look at this diorama too. This apparently was added in the 30s as well. And this is the original painting restored. So this is nearly 100 so years old at this point, and nearly like 150. Oh no, but probably 130. So it's amazing what we got here for like a telegraph thing. I can't remember his name. I'll get his name later. I'll tell it later. But this is the Stone Mountain. Oh, this is a depiction of the Battle of Atlanta. So before that horrible massacre happened. This elevator thing's stressful to be around. This is a big hole in the ground. Here, rip that guy, am I right? Bunch of stuff down here, the reserve troops of the Union Army. The diorama's really cool. That guy's, he tripped. But
there were anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 African American troops here. Now, Sherman wouldn't let them carry weapons, so
They were slaves.
they served. They weren't slaves. They were not slaves.
Okay.
They're free. This one on horseback. You can see he's on horseback. He's fine.
yeah,
He could be a messenger. He could be a cook. He could be the stretcher bearer. They were used for that.
It's always cool. Look at this. That's cavalry charge.
Well, and you know, this
And the
is
reserve troops more. It's cotton on the ground. Is this supposed to be cotton gray? Apparently that's the where the main battle happened on, I think it was Ball Hill or something like that, or Balls Hill. I think it was called something else after the war. Apparently it doesn't exist when they put the, I think, one of the highways like I-50 or something like that, I-51. They leveled it, so it doesn't exist anymore. So thank you, government, for ruining history and all that. But the diorama is probably one of the cooler parts of this. Oh, apparently that's Mr. Man from Gone with the Wind. I can't remember the actor's name, but apparently he saw it back in the day when it was showed off at one point. And he said the only thing wrong with it that he wasn't in it, so they made a diorama and put him in it. So there's them dying on the ground. Main character of Gone with the Wind. One of them. The other guy, the other one. So this is amazing. This is all hand painted and been restored. It's very impressive. So, the guy's crying, dying right there. Someone lost their hat next to that cannon. It's, it's really really interesting and well made thing. So diorama is really cool. So I forgot what house that was. And then I'll come back and tell you what the house was name. I'll ask that again. But yeah. So I got some more information here. That's apparently John Black Logan. He ran for senator later and vice president. Well, he was a senator, and apparently he did, before his death, see himself painted here about 22 years later, after the war. Right there is apparently General McFerguson's body being moved up to keep safekeeping by Mrs. Sherman, General Sherman, all that. That is the, I think something like Troophurst house. It was unfinished at the time. And apparently one of his brother, I think Augustus Troophurst or something like that, that's his house, the white one up there that was used as Sherman's headquarters during the battle. Apparently this house is unfinished, so don't feel too bad. Nothing important was destroyed during it, other than the house itself. But I don't think the house, it was just, you know what I mean, it was being constructed. There wasn't any like family heirlooms that were destroyed during the battle and all that. So, oh, and what's his name? I can't remember his name. I literally just asked about it. The Gone with the Wind guy, main character, dude. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Clark Gable, that's who it was. Clark Gable, that's who's over here, you know, bleeding out and smiling. And I think that was put in during the 30s as a kind of an homage and joke because he said that. So we'll look at him again here. There he is. Yep, there he is. There we go. Anyway, so that's fun. There's someone important in there too, and I didn't get their names. But yeah, isn't this cool? I might go downstairs and look at the other stuff though. Past here. I always say this is a very detailed thing you get to see here. I just noticed how small these things are. That's for size and make it make sense for how small it would look at that size. Anyway, make it look farther away. I really want to look over here. Apparently the one of Sherman. What? I didn't have to learn all this. I could have just cheated by doing this. Now I'm angry. Oh wait, I got the wrong side. This is not what I want to be. Wait, how did I put the wrong? This is like back there. Why is it here? Okay. Actually, now I probably can just do this. Can I? Oh yeah, I got these. Anyways, I think that's. Yeah, there we go. Wow, that's really detailed. And like I said, that's Mr. William Sherman. I didn't even have to figure this all out myself. I could have just cheated with using technology. But he is right there. You see it? So if we were to zoom up on that and get real close, that's what it looked like. And that's a lot of detail for how far away that part is. That's really cool, ain't it? Anyway. Now here's a picture of based off, I guess. Nope. There you go. He's got a bigger beard than that he would actually have. That's besides the point. Can I get off of here? How do I do that? Home. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Yeah, U.S. He's a major. That's right. I wouldn't say this. That's why I went with his. He was named. I didn't know what he was. He's from the Army of Tennessee. Anyway. And that's the Augustus house. Augustus F. Hoot. Well, that she just misspelled it. Sorry, it's Augustus Hoot's house, which is the White House up there that was used during the thing. She's got a little laser she's shooting at people. I want to look at what? How's that a location? That's an eagle. I didn't even see that eagle. Old Abe, the war eagle. I don't know if that's one of the most famous heroes of the battle line. It was on soldier, but an eagle. Old Abe by President. The bald eagle. Oh, okay. Well, wait, no, there he is. He's looking down on us. He's gonna kill you. Look how angry and mischievous he is. That's because he's part of the Yankee army. That's why. That's the foreshadowing there. Because he's evil and dangerous. Anyway, but anything else? Apparently, part of it was cut out in the back there because it had water damage, and they have restored it since. And part of it over there was cut, and part of the things were cut, but either water damage or it was too big in a certain building because they moved this all around the country at one point. Show people off it. Can I? Beep. Quick. Come on, press the button. No, that's not what I wanted to do. No, you fool. Oh, you can zoom in. Look at that. That's cool. Like, can I zoom in, like... Look at that. Isn't that cool? I'm having fun with technology, aren't I? Let me try to... Oh, I could just do it easy, like here. Beep, 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 beep. This is way slower. There we go. Change. Changes. Oh, those are changes. Wait, that was... Why does that count as a landmark? I don't know what counts as a landmark. I'm gonna press the home button. Oh goodness, there we go. So this is the back part of it. I was trying to find something specific. Isn't this cool? Well, look at this. Let's see what that is. I think it's the back part. Yeah, U.S. Film Festival. Why is it yellow? The flag, is that important? Ooh, Stone Mountain. Let's go look at Stone Mountain. Now, I've been at the top of Stone Mountain. We apparently could see from the time period. Now you can't because we live in an urban hellscape here in Atlanta. But at the time could see, you could not see the Kennesaw Mountains over there. Them in the time, at any point, they're not that big. And there's just a lot of things like that. But yeah, I've been there. What is this? Oh, it's probably because they did that because there's like no room to put one back there. That's the entrance. Let's go look at the front part of it. I know I'm just carrying you around here like a small child who doesn't even want to see all this, but you know, it's fun, you know? You're having fun with me talking at you. You enjoy it. I'm dictating that to you. You enjoy it. Yeah, the Kennesaw Mountains. Let's see it. Look at that. Oh, I tell you, Kennesaw Mountain. Ooh. Yeah, Troop Hurst. Troop. Oh, his name was Troop. So she was right. So his name is Troop Hurst. And his other guy's name was Augustus Hurst. Yeah, that's why I get that. I just don't listen very well, apparently. So was right. I gave you correct information. He's kind of goofy looking, ain't he? I know it's kind of mean, but maybe it's just different. Not a very flattering picture. Oh, look at there you go. Get me down here. There we go. See, look at that. Ain't that pretty? Unfortunate, his house got beat up like that. Nice brick house. Primitive Baptist Church. That's kind of rude to say that. Oh, what am I saying? Primitive, that's kind of mean. Bunch of stuff here. A lot of people. Hey, that's something. He looks important. Why don't I have him on there? Mercy's Brigade. That makes sense. There you go, here. What an individual. Whoa, look at his. I don't not show off how cool his beard is. I guess maybe it wasn't as cool. So. Oh, hey, that's just making up. It shows resemblance. He's a double mustache. The Martin Brothers, American Cred. Simple. See, there's a lot of conjecture here. You know, I mean, it's not lying. Most of history is conjecture when it comes down to it, but. Well, why is that like a little mass of men there? Eldricks. Oh, I think that might be a wall. Carry on, you know what I mean. Oh, apparently at one point they were talking about, so they brought this to the South. It was never really intended to go south because it shows a Union victory and all that, which is understandable. And the guy didn't think it was going to sell very well, and they, especially here in Atlanta, where this place was burnt down by Sherman. So it's kind of ironic that it's even here. But so at one point they were trying to sell it off in the South, so they just basically repainted the Union uniforms to be gray and the Confederate uniforms and flags, I guess, to be blue, and switch the sides to make it more appealing to Southern audiences when I first showed up there. That's been restored to its original thing since, but I think that's funny. What? There's been parts cut out? My goodness. Are these like other? These like other ones? I think these are other cuts that this, because there were other ones at other different battles. I don't think they still exist, or that if they do exist, they're not in any usable state. What's going on there? Hey, I said click on it. That's been a change. What was changed there? Seen depicts of the group of Confederate assault. One carries a captured Confederate flag. Yeah, let me get you better view of that. It's still hard to read because of the lights. I don't think it's. Oh, that's a little better. Painted all. Did not know to restore the fly. So has it been restored? Doesn't look like it. Who knows? Well, it seems like they did. They said they restored it, but they just didn't. Yeah, for those guys being captured, that's really close to the front. There's like dudes over there that can just shoot. That's just odd. And you can tell this is historical liberties and not more of a artistic liberties over historical fact. Isn't this cool? You see, now these aren't actually. This is we're facing west. This would have been west from the point of view of the thing. Fortunately, this is looking towards the east, so it would have been cool if they'd. I know they had the building, I think, before there, so it makes more sense. But I mean, it would have been cool if it was actually facing west. But beggars can't be choosers. And that guy's like, whew. I would be too if I was in the Battle of Atlanta. A bunch of cool stuff here, ain't it? This is immensely long and obnoxious. What's the areas and all that? Let's go look at the red here. Oh yeah, Bald Hill or Leggett's Hill. I think it was called Leggett's Hill after the battle, like after Civil War, because Mr. Brigadier General Division was pushed to Confederate forces there, so they would of course rename it after him. That makes sense, since Bald Hill is. Yeah, I can see why they called it that. It's not exactly forested, but all that good things. These guys have weirdly big heads, and I get that it's supposed to make it look like it's far off, which it does do that, but they just have weird proportions, some of them. It's kind of funny. There he is, Mr. Gone to Win Man. Yeah, he's having a fun time, dying. Very funny. So he'll live on forever, other than on the Silver Shroom. You got stop and go lights, like let me just go up this way. Okay. I didn't notice that creek earlier. It's like a diorama creek, so it's probably like polymers or something nonsense like that. I don't know. Oh, what's this? Oh, is this like a circular key guide? Isn't that cool? So it gives you a guide on what's going on everywhere, from all that. Well, that's kind of cool, ain't it? But that's pretty neat. Achtung, German in my America. Yeah, but the diorama was created in the 30s. which is kind of cool. You know, I'll give you a thing to be able to look at the same things. You can do that. You know, just pause it when you need to. I'll give you enough time to do it though. Alright. It's about restoring it. Different years and what happened over them. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's only recently we moved to this historical center about like 2015, I think it was. I think it was in the, I think it says, was it the, something like Grand something? I don't know. Oh, I thought, it almost looked like a little spaceship. I think. So, here you go. Here's the different sections of it. See, that was pushed out at one point. Apparently it was taller too. And they had restored it to more. I'm trying to look at that right now. I wonder what part of that is. Quickly. I don't know if it's been actually restored or not. In that way, there's been 2 parts cut out because it was too long at one point. Ain't that cool though? Amazing. I think 24 artists worked on this or something like that over the years. Very impressive. This is really cool to me. Artistically and historically. More artistic than historical. It's not lie. They took a lot of liberties with this. Just to make it make more sense and be easier for viewers to take it all in and all that. I was like, this is a really big chairs. I mean, that's even big for me, and let me tell you, I need a big chair. But yeah. Fortunately, this is not only useful to me later if I want to look through this again. It means that I also don't have to pay the $24 interest fee. My goodness. There's the artists. 2 Germans. So this is more of some biographical. And there's the other guy. These are like the main people who started it. And it was look at the different things and their specializations and what they did. There's one from Wisconsin and Switzerland. Oh my goodness. So these are all the main original artists. Very cool. And this is like a diorama of what the original area would look like. Yeah, look at that. So it's really not that much different, other than the cool train tracks you've been pushed around. And so here's some more stuff. Anyway, so a bunch of fun stuff here. But there's some pictures. Apparently they just had really good detailed things for like of how to recreate it and all that. And they gave a lot of like notes and stuff. Here's some of the original sketches and all that, which is kind of cool. Look at that. Even the sketches are fantastic. And paint styles, it makes sense. Oh, look, they even got things to show off. So you can recreate it. There's a little cross-hatching thing about here. Make it easier on people. Plan D. What about Plan C? Anyway. So, Yeah, Cyclorama, that was what the word I was looking for. So, this is it. Pause when you want to look at it. Well, I don't want to. It's kind of hot in here. I'm in 10-step guide. Easy 10-step following guide. Anyway. Anyway, this is fun. Did I not look at these? I didn't. I looked at that one over there, but here's the other part of it. Yeah. Looks like all those people working on it and all that. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, Octoon. Where's the front part of this thing? Like a doghouse. Makes sense. This is German. This is. Isn't that cool? Where's the good grabbing for though? Anyway, I made jokes about this being a big chair and all that. And, even for me, it's a big chair. Oh wait, no, hold on. I'm always gonna talk poorly. That kind of looks kind of flimsy, but and all that. But it might be actually. Oh, this is a reproduction. I shouldn't be. Reproduction. What? They got big chairs to sit in. Oh, and the doghouse. Not too small dog. Oh, no, this is what I get for not reading the thing. I'm just ignorant. Oh, what's it in the big chair? Ugh. Ooh. Let's see what it. Ooh, this is a nice chair. Huh. Well, this is fun, isn't it? Yeah, this is a lot more stable than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be kind of flimsy and like wobbly. It's just not. It's strong as a tree. Oh, that's what it looks like above us, which is definitely so. Yeah, I'm going to get up before somebody yells at me. My friend's being held up though. It's a big canvas. Look at that. That's cool, ain't it? Anyway. Who's that Logan fellow we were talking about earlier, Mr. Major Logan? Oh, apparently that's the supposed bullet that killed McFerguson. I don't know if that's an actual bullet, but they say. So maybe. All that. Life or Life. That's a really cool looking book. Anyway. There's a Henry repeating. I'll look at that. I think there's some of the other side of that information. There's some of the memorabilia of some of the officers. What kind of revolver? Pocket belt revolver. What kind of revolver is that? I don't know what kind of revolver that is. Look at that thing. It's nice. I don't know what kind. How does it reload? Is it like one of those break upward, what you call it? I can't remember. Like a Smith & Wessons? Like a number 2? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Oh wait, that's what it tells you right there. Pawn Machine and Foundry Company. This is believed to be a revolver picture. Okay, cool. I should have looked at that. I think that was the guy next to Ferguson. The younger fella. You even saw him. Look at that sword though. That was Volland. Can't really see it very well. It's got like engravings. Like, look at it. That's like gold flecks and like a black metal blade. That's pretty sweet. The rifle's a model 61. Oh, it even has the owner. Corporal Charles E. Smith of the 32nd Ohio Infantry Company. U.S. Army, Springfield, Massachusetts, 1862. Ain't that cool? And they got a Henry repeating on it, which is a very early one, about only 1,000 made. Engraved. He knows what style is. Of the Western Sharpshooters. New Haven, 1862. Isn't that cool? Yeah. That's a small face. And funny. Cool sword, not as unique, not as engraved. Oh no, it is engraved on the blade. You just can't see it. Sorry, you can't see that. It's just a lighting thing I can't control. Very cool. One of those cameras at a time. All that. Looks like another one of them. Less mobile version of it. It's a tabletop one. I'm not going to show you everything because these are just paintings and they talk about the history of paintings and all about the same. The same thing of the victory, the war at what should we call it? Oh, that's Storm at Fort Wagner. Battle of Atlanta. And all these other things. Just come here. I spent $24 to be in here. And we'll show this off. Look at this, like a picture from the time period. Isn't that cool? This is what Atlanta looked like. It was probably better then too. Before being burnt by order of General Sherman. And this is what you lost, Atlanta. Yeah, so. Hey. I can take it off. We're looking at this thing. Oh my. What is this supposed to depict? It is kind of just blurry. What is this? Oh, let me check this out. Well, look at this. Cool books all around. All the things. That's like Country Battle and bunch of cool stuff here. Apparently they got the other. This is like another Cyclorama or whatever it's called. The one that's a big circle, you know how it is. But it's another one, Battle of Nashville. Panamana. I don't know, you know how they are. They had some things down here. Odd. Very odd. Oh, look at that. Different parts of there. This is cool. Oh, a bunch of pictures of those guys who worked on it. You can even see it in the background. Apparently, they took really good notes and pictures, detailed pictures on how this was. They were able to restore it as well as they could. Anyway, picturing. So isn't this cool? Anyway, here's another one. Well, I told some information I already know, but this may have read. I don't know. I haven't been able to read all these. But yeah, this is a legitimately really cool thing. Oh, there's more of them all around the world. And there's a lot in Europe, from what I heard, that still exists. at these big old chairs or couches. Yeah, you got the Battle of Gettysburg up in Gettysburg. Yeah, cool. We got Titanic in France. There's just a bunch of different cool things that still exist this day. I'm not gonna tell you all though. Oh, you got some in Australia. Yeah, they got a bunch of different ones there. Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? It's one of those Confederate copies of Colt revolvers. Well, kinda, it's like an off copy made by Confederate Spiller and Bird revolver. It was basically a Colt in all but name. I don't think it has quality in some ways. So, pretty early serial. Only 1,001. Here's that great locomotion chase for all those. You saw the video about the Kennesaw thing. It's talking about that. Last time we saw a General, which is the toy of stuff here. That was a train there. This is the Texas, one of the ones that chased it. So it's the other train, which is kind of cool. But look, what is this? We'll look at that in a second. There's a milepost of some sort. Huh. So look at that. Anyway, that's kind of cool. It's a milepost. Torch. This is like 0 miles from Atlanta, I guess. So the Atlanta's nice. Who knows? Anyway, let's go look at this train. It's really cool, ain't it? Oh, so we can get into the train? Wait a second now. Hold on. Now, this is what we're talking about here. Super small print. I don't know if we're going to be able to look at that. Who knows what's in there? What? They apparently have one that I can look at more closely here. Another thing we, I'll give you a few seconds to pause and look at it. Oh, so there we go. There's some other stuff up there. There it is. There you go. Oh, look at this coal. Sweet wampum. I don't think this is that sweet. You know what? This might be coal. I don't know. It's something. Whatever it is. But this is the Texas. As you can see, it says Texas on there. One of the things that chased after it, the General originally. It's not exactly. It's uncast. It's got some rust on there. Man, actually, that. How did it get its name? That's how. And number 12 mean. Oh, wow. A lot of context to that right there. There you go. Oh, there you go. Look at this, isn't it cool? For Cincinnati. Look at this. That, and then we have Locomotion General, which we've seen before back at Kennesaw. That's kind of cool. We get to see two parts of the same story. This is what it looked like back in the day. Looks kind of short, doesn't it? Looks like it's been extended a little bit. Back in the day. And we got a bunch of stuff here of how old is Texas. We just got a bunch of different. Isn't that cool? So cool. Every part and everything. We're still in service in 1907. Look at that. Service for nearly half a century. Well, over half a century. Isn't that cool? There's a mothers and knots over here. I don't really know what's going on over here. This is like not 100 years ago. So I don't really care. Oh, that's kind of cool. Is that a vacuum cleaner? What is that? Oh, what is that? It's the Olympics. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's a Olympic torch. Isn't that cool? Oh, there's another Olympic torch. How many Olympic torches they got in here? Well, apparently a lot. What the? Of course, the Germans would have like some nonsense, like a lightsaber, goofy. Anyway, looking at it, apparently there's more things on the whatchamacallit. What is that about? I don't know. Mostly sports. Who cares? Actually, apparently stuff on the Olympics. All that. Some mural of nonsense. Who knows? Let's look at this. This looks kind of cool. I'm always down for dioramas and all that. Ooh, look at that. Ain't that cool? Where is this? Oh, that's kind of cool. Yo. It's a information thing, is that? Wow. Peak technology. There's some stuff about sports over here and all that whatnot. I'm not all that interested in sports. So it's cool to see the medals. Shouldn't the medals be like with the people who won them? Anyway. What's his name? Snag. Whose leg is that? So, interesting. It's a cool little hat. Anyway. There's some other stuff over here. Hey, another Atlanta torch. Well, that's the one that we had in Atlanta. That's pretty rad, honestly. Anyway. Tokyo. Yeah, I want to look at some of this stuff. Look at this. Hey, that's cool. A ballot box is open so everyone can see this stuff in there. Identify maker. Alright, and there's also the infantry drum. Should probably get closer and look at these both. Anyway. Alright, just the Lincoln for the slaves and all that whatnot. Alright, man. What? Lamppost. Oh. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Yeah, a little bitty dress. It's small. It's a small dress for a small being. That's Jefferson Davis. Yeah, nice. That chin. Kind of cool. I don't know about all that. I gotta go eat lunch. There's a can over there, but now it's really close. Yeah, but look at it. It's nuts. Oh, this is funded. Who cares what he funded it? For now. Yeah. So, what else for this can? It's a Napoleon can. You can tell by its big brass. Oh, it's like quick with it. What was it? That's kind of cool. Alright, but yeah. Yeah, beautiful painting. And cows in it. Anyway, let's get out of here. I'll let you get out. Try that for a read. Anyway, let's go. Fire extinguisher. And for anyone who cares, I got the cauliflower cheese soup with a ham and Swiss and onion hot sandwich, multi-grain bread, a banana because I had to, and a Coca-Cola of the zero variety. And this is a and a chocolate chip cookie. This is Super Jenny's. It's a pretty good local place here in old Atlanta. I've been here once before when I was 15, I think, and it was. I remember it being really good. And it is really good. So, that is.